Hello, my name is Jackie Bitutu Wanyande. I'm pretty excited this morning. I want to talk about artificial intelligence. Some of the key things that come to my mind when I think about artificial intelligence or when I talk to people are three basic things. Will the current biases that exist today be carried forward through AI? Second, is artificial intelligence going to take our jobs? And third, can artificial intelligence make the customer experience better for my organization? Let's start with the most thorny one. Whether artificial intelligence is here to take our jobs. I'm a marketer, and this is how I would use artificial intelligence as an individual. The process of marketing requires that I understand the psychology of the customer, meaning I study marketing, all the functions of marketing, and how they come to play in the life of a customer. With or without AI, I must know that as my basic role as a marketer, a finance person, a doctor, whatever role you have, AI can only be useful to you if you already understand what your basic function is. Going back to being a marketer, currently, if I need to take a product to the market on behalf of a customer, I have meetings to discuss that, and we agree on when we are taking the product to the market, what the customers are looking for, whether there is a match. We do a bit of research. We go through the whole process of preparing the solution so that it's ready for the customer. Then we brief a marketing agency. The marketing agency will look for the right look and feel, the right tone and manner, the right images, the right videos, the right advertisements that will go on all channels. Where does AI come in? I don't need to now go to a marketing agency to ask them to give me images. In fact, artificial intelligence has become such a good support system for marketers, because if I wanted an image of a vehicle with 10 people standing in front of it, I would have to get 10 people and that vehicle and take the picture. But with artificial intelligence, using my voice, I can speak to that application and ask it to present to me an image of an old vehicle that is 4-seater with 10 people who look shocked at looking at the vehicle. I can further ask an artificial intelligence app to actually write for me a script that emotionally connects to a gentleman who is 22 years old, lives in Poland, and is a fan of vehicles. And I can explain what I want, and in less than a minute, I'll get the script. I can further go and ask for a video. Artificial intelligence actually delivering videos, like the kind of video that I'm delivering right now, can be done by artificial intelligence. I can give the topics to the system will write the script. I give another AI application the script, and they can produce the video. So it does not mean that I am displaced as a marketer because AI can do all those things. There is a factor of authenticity. There is a factor of context. There is a factor around understanding the niche, the detail of the customer. AI will collect information that is already in the system. So the human mind has information that they have not given out. For it to appear in AI, the human mind has to articulate it, which makes it very important for us to do three key things. Understand your role completely, then go and find out what AI functions are available for you to make your job better. Second, generate more content that is relevant to your role, content that can help the future of our children, content that is African, for example. It's ridiculous. Let me digress for a second. I attended a conference a few days ago, and there's this gentleman who gave an example that will never get out of my mind. I've heard it before, I've read it on the net before, but I never knew I'll meet someone who will speak about it as a real life experience. They were looking for an access system that will use biometrics, face recognition, to actually look at the people who are coming into the building and authenticate them based on that, and then allow them access into the building. So they had tested this system, and they had come to showcase it and demo it to the gentleman. The gentleman works for one of the ICT companies, and he's, let's just say, he's of the same color as my husband. He's chocolate dark. And the AI had not been trained to see that color of person. So when they started demonstrating the process, and he showed up in front of the camera for that facial recognition to happen, it says, object not found. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but this is exactly how the example was given. And this is a reality. If we do not present certain images, if we don't present certain data for it to be the sum produce of everything that AI is going to screen through before it giving us an output of what we are looking for, we will be responsible for getting content that is very, how do I say, it's not very smart. I recently queried an AI application that I have on my phone to give me a message to say, I'm sorry for showing up late, and it was beyond me, and I hope that this will not happen again. I'll make it my business to ensure that I respect their time. And I wanted to say to see what that looks like. Looking at the message that came out of it, if I pasted it on an email, it was perfect. I needed to go back and give context to the AI and tell them that this is for an in-person conversation. Now, you may think that AI is here to replace humans in terms of the thinking, but AI will only carry forward what we have given it. You know, there are some tricky biases that, honestly, let's just say that we used AI in the judiciary, and we wanted to make sure that we reduce the number of cases that we have that are pending today. And we want to put AI up front there, assuming that we've put all the structures and everything that's required in terms of regulation, in terms of what the fallback plans are when AI does not give the right feedback. I'm making that assumption. And I'm also making an assumption that you will understand that this is just in the context of the video. So if every time AI went into the database and checked for an incidence of theft around Lake Victoria for fish, the suspects all had their names starting with an O. So it was Ocheng, Odur, whatever it is. And every time there was an incidence of a truck that had disappeared with about 200 chicken, the story was the suspects had names starting with W, the Wafula, Wanyama, you know what I'm saying. And we used that information because that is the information that is in the system to make judgment on people who are in front of the judicial system. Obviously, the AI is going to be biased. It's not going to understand how this time the truck of chicken that was stolen, the culprits who are responsible have their names starting with O and not W. So AI is as good as what we feed in there, and that's why it's important that we keep adding good information, accurate information, support the content curators, support the people who are making videos, like the right content and give comments about the right content, drive the content producers to the right places so that they can produce the content that we believe that is going to be great for us. So let's go to the fact that AI will not replace judiciary soon until the government of Kenya has put all the structures in place and progress to an individual who thinks that AI is going to replace them because they work at a customer service center. Obviously, AI is great for repetitive tasks. It's great for data-driven tasks. So if your role is to pick phones and thank the customer for calling and try and find out what problem they have so that you can direct them to the right department, 100% that role is going to be automated. And if that's all that you are trained to do, that job is going to become redundant. But organizations are very smart about this. They're using AI to look at all those random activities that are done again and again, which are very tiring even to the human mind, and automating them and using artificial intelligence to actually bring that to a better experience for the customer. Then they're using the human beings for what they're meant to do: engage, understand further, ask more questions, position the customer to the right things. In a banking sector, for example, as opposed to having tellers giving customers the balances, giving customers the list of transactions that have happened, or putting together transactions for the customer to view, all that can be done through digital transformation. AI can support in even giving smarter data. The role of the human being at that point is to look at that data and say, this person has been living in Kileleshwa for 5 years. They've been paying rent of 85,000 shillings. They could actually have been on the path of owning that house. If they had started paying the mortgage of 85,000 shillings every month, they'd be having 10 more years to go. Or this person is actually shopping every day for the following items, and we think that we have a solution where we can actually ask them to take a credit card that connects them to the right vendors and actually gives them propositions on what they can get. For example, an agency that is buying images, buying software, buying applications of sorts, the bank can be able to tell what other payment solutions to present to that type of customer. So our jobs are going nowhere, our businesses are going nowhere, and AI is not going to replace the human mind because we are the source of the information. AI just modifies and makes the information better and easier for us to use it in whatever purpose that we want to use it for. So I have covered the issue around whether our jobs are going away. I've covered the issue around whether our biases are going away. And finally, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, are organizations looking at using AI? Organizations are actually using AI, whether they know it or they don't. Let's take, for example, a freight company. Today, they're able to track exactly where the customer's shipment is. But probably if you go to the floor of a freight company and you ask them if they are using AI today, they will say they don't know. They are going through training to understand AI and how it can be used. But AI is with us every day in making smart decisions. And we have to embrace it. And we don't have to worry. It's never going to replace my beautiful mind. Neither is it going to replace yours. Thank you for listening. And if you want me to cover another topic that you find of interest, feel free to get in touch with me. Thank you.